Motherfuckers are like cats. You can't knock them down.
Have you tried this person?
I really want to, but it seems like it would be impolite.
Seems like it would
Yeah, probably.
Hey, buddy, I want to knock you the fuck over to see if you land on your back. Okay, go ahead. I don't think they're going to say that.
Not this again.
Another one of you? Fuck you and your yellow brick road.
What up, guys?
Hello.
Welcome back to Uncensored, the podcast. This is episode 20. This is a special episode. I said it every time, but this one is actually special. We have special guest Ken over here. Am I right? That's
Hello.
my dad.
Where's Dad?
You guys, this is the house that he owns.
I'm the owner of said basement.
It's in my dad's basement. Scott couldn't make it. If you listen to our previous podcast, he had a lunch date he had to go to
With his mom.
with his mom. So,
What's his mom look like?
No idea.
what do you think?
I don't know.
That's an odd question.
Send me some pictures.
Okay, after the podcast. But we're having him on here because he is a Bigfoot advocate, I'd say.
I would say more than that.
I guess
What
you
word
say
would you-
advocates are very...
What would you use?
Well, if you've watched 8 seasons, I think you're more semi-professional
A season of
researcher.
What?
Of Bigfoot.
Finding Bigfoot?
Finding Bigfoot.
8 seasons.
Well, not just finding Bigfoot. Every damn thing they put on TV.
Oh, and you believe all of it?
Well, we're going to get there.
All right.
We'll get there. We'll start with our Would You Rather.
Well, first off, if you're watching the YouTube video, you can see he's wearing a shirt that says, what does it say?
So if you didn't...
If you don't know Bigfoot, you don't know Squatch.
That's good. All right.
It's a perfect shirt.
All right, would you
is.
rather go ahead?
Alright, would you rather be able to teleport anywhere or be able to read minds?
Wait, we're already starting off with a question?
It's a would you
Just
rather.
a would you
That's how
rather.
we start.
What was the question again?
Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere or be able to read minds?
Oh, teleport.
Why?
Because then you won't need to read minds. You can be somewhere that they don't know where you're at and listen in on a conversation. It's really simple.
Teleport into the
This is
ceiling.
going to be real easy getting above your 2 intellectual levels here.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. He knows Bigfoot, so he knows everything. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I don't want to know what other people think of me,
Yeah,
so I'd rather
I'm gonna go
teleport too.
Just fucking, I'm in Australia or some shit.
And you're at work, you don't have to drive to work all the time.
Hell yeah.
That was easy. Save on gas.
Yeah, I think that was
Saving money on
that was a
gas.
no-brainer.
That was a no-brainer.
You got another one?
This is just a dumb one that I saw. Would you rather be able to control fire or water? Control Bigfoot with my fire.
I would say fire.
Why?
Now, what do you do with your hands in the podcast?
Just keep them down.
Do whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
I think I control fire.
Fire.
I think Bigfoot is real.
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, fire, it's a weapon at that point. Water, I mean, what do
You
you
could make water. You could drown somebody. Just stream of water right in the mouth.
I guess. A stream of fire in the mouth? That's a lot more scary and effective.
I mean, yeah.
I think they're both equal.
Why?
Because you can do so much with both.
It's true.
You could do a lot of both.
You can always just fill up a water bottle if you need one.
Yeah, it's like this is empty, but boom.
Well, if you could control the water, you'd be rich.
Explain.
Well, if I have all access to water, the world needs water. You can't live without water. He's drinking fucking water right now.
You can
I would be like, fucking that. Like, you want some water, bitch?
Got your water, motherfucker.
$3, but it only costs. Oh, but normally it only costs. Well, now that's what it costs for you to get any water. 'Cause I'm the only one that can give it to you.
He's got a
I
point.
mean, technically, you could control everything because you use water to make everything. Oh, you wanna make
Absolutely.
food? It's $10.
Pop this.
Yeah, anything really.
You can control the water levels of everywhere. You want to take a fucking shower, you dirty ass?
You dirty ass.
$5.
That's
$5, man.
Well, you start out high like that. You got to manage the people, and then you can start actually making deals.
mastermind over here. I would have
Right.
never thought of that.
Yeah. Jesus.
That's true. So I picked that one as well.
I pick water now.
No, fire's cool though. If I don't like it, I just burn you the fuck up.
You just fucking
Then you go to jail.
Really? Come at me. Anybody comes at me, I'll burn them the fuck up.
You're dead.
You could then control people to cook food, and then the same situation. Can you stop it? Maggie.
Hey, come here.
Come on the softness.
There you go. Just sit down right there. Don't move.
Alright, let's get into the topic. So, pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some conspiracy theories, but what we're doing mostly is my dad is going to try to convince me and Cody that Bigfoot is real.
See, you guys want to start out with the physical. You're going to want me to say, well, I've never seen one.
I'm not saying...
No one's ever found a body.
I mean, those are solid fucking points.
And you guys would be correct about all that.
Okay.
All right. But then there's a belief system. First.
Hey, turn his game down a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Jumping.
He's like...
Do I put my hands up now?
He's like 3 times what ours is.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
So the Bible.
Wow.
Okay, so we're going to go off. Well, this all carries into, because you guys all think Bigfoot's like a fucking bear or a dog.
A dog?
Well, it could be a big hairy fucking dog walking on 2 legs. It could be a bear.
Okay.
It could be you think it's an animal.
What is it then?
Well, we're going to get into that as we go, but...
The Bible.
And you may not believe in the paranormal, or you may not believe in UFOs and aliens, but that all ties in with him.
Why is Bigfoot not in the Bible?
Pause.
Because they are interconnected, and that's what we will get to.
Fucking pause. So you just brought up UFOs and aliens.
Yes.
The last day that I was working at Blackthorn, I stood outside.
Because you saw something.
And I looked in the sky, and it was like these 2 beams of light that were coming like this, and then it just goes, and they were gone. I'm like, what the fuck?
And you know what? You might be able to explain it. Some scientist is going to give you some fucking bullshit. You're going to say, oh, yeah, that might be what it is. But he doesn't know.
You don't know.
No. That's what I'm talking about, the belief system. What do we actually know? We're like, unless you can say that, oh, I made this out of sand and blasted it to a fucking Coors Light bottle, how did that become? I don't know. I don't go to the factory and see it made, but it happens.
See, actually, at that same point, when we talked about Finland not being real,
See, you fuckers have never been to Finland.
That's what I'm saying.
Does it exist?
We don't know.
Yeah, it's actually there, but...
Okay, but this is the same concept.
It's not. That's why I went to the Bible.
But we just believe it's real, because
we're told it's real.
The belief system.
I didn't even know what Coors Light.
We're told that...
We're told Bigfoot's real, so we just believe.
Well, the reason I brought the Bible up... Okay. Over time, that thing has stood the test. We still read it. We still argue about it.
Yeah.
People believe it, don't believe it. He came, he didn't come. There's a God, there's not a God. Mm-hmm. It's still out there after what? Thousands of years.
Long time.
Why? There's something to it. Well, scientists can't prove the Bible either, so you can't even you can't even say facts. That's what I'm getting at. You got to start with the belief system of how this is happening. Why are we even talking about it?
But I guess
it's a big fucking bear. It's a mistaken bear.
I guess with Jesus, though, they have like that cloth with his face on it that they believe.
The shroud is still not evidence for a lot of people.
Keep talking.
Is it just not secure?
I'm gonna make sure it's.
To a lot of people, that's not evidence that he was ever here.
That's true.
Why not?
Because some people could say, yeah, it was on his face and it was Jesus, and they'll say, how do you know it was Jesus? You weren't there.
It could be just some man.
It could have been just any old guy, yeah.
Who had a beard.
That's where you get back to what do you believe, what don't you believe, and
right.
Solid facts aren't always indicator of what you believe and what you don't believe.
Okay.
So that's why the paranormal and aliens kind of tie in, because do you believe in ghosts? I've never really seen one, but there's some shit that's happened that might be I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in ghosts.
So then it goes to, do I believe in only physical stuff? Because facts are all physical stuff. You have to prove it. You have to make an experiment and make the thing happen and say, yep, see, that's why that happens right there. But if you can't do that, you're like, well, there's no science behind it. It's not a fact. But then it still fucking happens. You're like, I don't know. Just fucking...
that's fake.
We call it FM. Fucking magic. You don't know.
Fucking magic.
FM.
I guess, yeah, it's just faith. Like, that's just...
Well, and that's what it's going to boil down to, because you guys are going to want all this evidence, and I'm going to give you... It stood the test of time. It still is. People still see something.
And that's what Bigfoot, that's the same thing. He's been around for so long, and he's still...
Well, and I'm going to tell you that... See, that's why we get into the alien part. I think there are people here smarter than us that don't want to be found and seen.
Yeah. So you think Bigfoot?
And you can go back through time.
Do you think Bigfoot's an alien?
You can go to, well, yes. Actually, I do.
So you think he's smarter than us?
Well,
that's why
everybody, when you say alien, you think Green Man with this and that, with a dick coming out of his head or something. No, it could be just a fucking big hairy ass looking bear that's smarter than you, but you're like, that's a big fucking bear. No, it might be a fucking alien. I don't know.
That's true.
I'm opening my mind.
He up to his ship, and that's why we can't.
I know
why
that.
the fuck is he coming to Earth?
I know that he is the hide and seek fucking world champion that no one can find. So he's pretty good at teleporting.
Full circle.
See? Yep.
Okay. So then, yeah, I guess. So you believe that no Bigfoot has died on Earth then?
I believe that they don't want to be found.
So other Bigfoot.
So if we can't find it, it doesn't exist, and that's the whole premise around
physical part.
Yeah, well, and I get that. Why would you believe something that isn't there? Then there'd be no religion because that's why I brought up religion. There would be no religion because a lot of it's just not there.
Well, what if
you have to believe in it?
Say the Bible, for instance. What if there was just some people a long time ago that had...
They could have made that shit up.
Yeah, they had like a mental disorder and they thought it was fucking fun.
It's a good fucking story, though. I mean,
it's a good fucking story.
Oh yeah, let's have this dude fucking come from the sky and he
I'm going to tell you that I think the Constitution was unworldly. I don't think those fuckers thought all that shit.
Well, it constantly got changed, so like they had to update.
They made amendments, but we haven't.
Well, that's what I meant, like additions.
No, but they knew that you could do that. Everything's built into that motherfucker. It's unreal. If anybody, well, you guys don't know about that, but
not too much.
The younger generation don't know shit about it, so
we don't know anything.
That thing's amazing. That's like, how the fuck did those old fuckers with no internet able to do something that's we have to argue about today because we can't.
Like what?
They built everything into it. There's nothing in the Constitution that you can say, well, they didn't think of that.
Just one example?
They fucking thought of everything.
One example.
Well, you just brought up amendments. Mm-hmm. They knew that, okay, what they were doing back in this, the 1700s to the 1800s. What the fuck was that made now? 1800s. They knew that when things got to now that it wouldn't always apply. Okay, how do you do that? You change it.
1787.
That was close. 1718s.
Yeah.
Close enough.
So that just ties into...
There's a lot of shit. All these inventions about... The inventions we use today were fuckers back in the 1800s. They didn't have nothing.
It's just updated version.
How did they know? How did they know that shit? How did Tesla know what he knew?
You think aliens started it?
Well, you say smart. Okay, smart happens how? Today you gotta research shit.
And learn.
You gotta learn, you gotta read books.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck was he getting those books back in the fucking 1700s that we don't even have now?
So basically...
You gotta open up your...
What's his first name, Nick?
Nicholas?
Nikolai.
So
Nikolai Tesla.
So you're telling me that Nikolai Tesla is an alien?
Nikolai Tesla got some alien shit to look at. Some shit was delivered to him and say, hey, look at this shit. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing.
It kind of goes with the thing that I said last episode about like multi-universes and shit. It sounds extremely crazy to say like, oh shit like that exists, but it also sounds kind of crazy to say it doesn't exist with how much shit's out there that we don't have.
We can't duplicate some inventions from 100 years ago. We don't have people smart enough right fucking now to do some of the shit that they did 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Especially electricity and stuff. How the fuck did they figure out if you put this
everything about that? They go back and look at his shit and they expand on it.
I see what you're saying though, especially the fact that how did they just make something out of nothing? You have to... Here's
the other thing I will give you when the paranormal and the aliens kind of tie into all this. So you got the Incas. Well, look up when their fuckers were around. They were around a long time ago. Okay, the pyramids. They were making all these fucking maps to the sky. The fuckers had no airplanes. They don't know what the sky is. They don't know what space is. They couldn't even look back at the earth to see what it looks like. We do. We know this. Those fuckers were making maps to the sky for something. Why? In hope that there's something out there, or they knew that there was something out there, or they were I don't know. It's just really weird.
It's hard to think now because we just know what the sky is.
If you look at South America, Argentina, there are grids that they built hundreds of years ago to the sky. Different designs and things, calling out something from the sky. Those fuckers had no airplanes.
I'm just going to say real quick, just careful on, like, Just saying.
It's a
You're
lot
doing
of
great.
sound.
I asked you what to do with my arms at the beginning.
Just don't
For
hit the
this
table.
specific reason.
Just don't hit the table. But no, that's a good fucking point. I mean,
Look at that Argentina bullshit. Look at those fucking drawings those things are miles long. And they're only visible to the sky. Those fuckers made those only visible to the sky. They had no way of looking at them. That's fucked up.
so what do you mean a map of the sky, like the stars?
They did different designs and drawings and symbols that were so big you could only see from higher elevations that they didn't have.
So you don't think they could have
The
just?
pyramids are the same way. They were positioned in a certain way that you could see them from the sky for either telling someone this is here or who knows. I don't know.
Do you think they're more like landmarks?
They are landmarks.
For other,
Absolutely.
But I mean, for like other.
I don't know. I mean, why else would a civilization that couldn't go in the sky put a bunch of shit on the ground that you could only see from the sky? I mean,
Why were pyramids built then?
that's still a big question, but
They're fucking huge too.
They're gigantic.
Yeah, they just had like slaves.
how they were built, I have no doubt. It's just manpower. But
Well, yeah.
why they were built is the bigger.
just like a
Stonehenge.
massive-
Why was Stonehenge built? Out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Someone went through a lot of trouble to make a design that you could see from the sky. Again, for what reason? They took large stones from nowhere around to hundreds of miles away. For what reason? It could have been a religious aspect. They could have said they thought.
Yeah, what about gods and stuff?
That's why I brought up religion, because it's gonna all come back to each other.
So yeah, why the fuck was the idea of a higher being even brought up? Maybe how did all these gods become gods?
Because if we all sat around and never had anybody tell us anything, we would think there's something more than us.
Yeah,
It's just human nature, I think.
so it just happened. Shit.
And going along the lines of Stonehenge, why are they placed in a circle or in a ring?
That's just maybe it was just
Just a fucking coincidence.
a ritual.
Well, and it was all. They always make the shit large enough to make some type of symbol that you can see from
Yeah, they're 13 feet tall. and
X
7
amount
feet
away
wide.
in the sky. All of it was built to be seen from up, not away.
You think too? This is crazy. You think like the Earth has been around for fucking long ass time?
We don't even know how long there's
Yeah. So do you think
crazy
like
ass fucking
Eight-
what do you call them? Greenies and gonna save the world
Hippies?
bullshit.
global
Global warmers.
eco-friendly?
They might as well go with the flat fucking earthers. They're all stupid.
But what if, since the Earth has been around so long, aliens have been able to like come to it and check?
Well, let's
on
just say not even aliens. Alien is something we don't. Alien is something other than us that we don't know.
I don't mean aliens like green.
Alien
I mean
is
aliens just not
basically
from
something
here.
smarter than a human.
Alien is just alienated from us, just not here. That's what I mean. Do you think they've been coming to Earth for a very long time, and since they saw us getting smarter, they then like don't come as often? Do you think they came more often when we were like cavemen and stuff?
Well, if they're smarter than us
That's what I'm saying.
and they don't want to be found and
Why-
don't want their existence known,
Why do you think?
because if we know their existence, we'll go find them.
And
They
try to
don't
start
want to be.
war and-
They're more powerful than us. They don't want us to be. They don't want to be known. We'll go try to fuck. Wouldn't you?
They know.
Oh shit! They're in the next solar system over. Let's get the fuck over there.
They know
like-
how dumb we are. We take all their inventions. And
Oh,
fuck
they're
shit
just smarter than we are. We always assume that the human is the smartest entity
up.
ever,
Hell no, not
Oh,
a
we're
chance.
not.
and it could be, but I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
Yeah, you technically don't know.
I hope I'm still alive when we fucking answer this.
I mean,
question.
science is going to tell you there's a billion solar systems. How do we know that there's not life in one of the other ones? It could be.
So you think that we haven't ran into any of them when we're like traveling space and whatever because they're smarter than us and they've been avoiding us long enough?
I absolutely don't think they want to be known. And that's going to be an easy out. Because you thought, oh, that's easy to prove that they don't want to be known. We'll never be able to figure it out.
Well, that's the point.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah, that's fucking me up, honestly.
And anything the government knows, what do?
They covered up.
Well, they covered up how, though? They actually say They want to make you say, oh, it could have been an alien. They don't actually say that. They want you to just keep guessing. They want the guess to keep, they don't want it to be known either way. Even when there's a hoax or it's real, the hoax they're gonna still put it in there as it could have been an alien. Somehow they're gonna let news stories say, so that you're always guessing. You don't know for sure. They don't want us to know.
They don't want to.
We can't handle it. We can't handle this conversation right now.
That's a good fucking point, though. So this just wraps all around.
Because everybody, like I said at the beginning, Bigfoot is going to be like a creature everybody wants to find. They want a dead body like this dog laying there. Hey, okay, there's one. That's a Bigfoot. Well, what if it doesn't want to be found? What if it fucking has a mechanism to deteriorate right away? And it all sounds far-fetched, but...
We don't know.
We don't know.
I wonder what...
Everybody's making up everything they ever seen, and everybody's mistaken a bear. Possibly. I find that hard to believe. Now, have there been people walking around in fucking suits in the forest?
Yeah.
Yes, and they should be shot. I think you should
be
legally
shot.
be able to shoot those fuckers in the suits dead. Yes.
That's extreme.
No, shoot them. If you're gonna wear a big fucking suit in a warm ass forest and someone shoots you, that's on you.
So I wonder what the fuck's he's doing here then. I guess that's my question.
Investigating.
Well, that's why I go back to the whole aliens paranormal. I'm not sure which it is. I just think there's something to it. I treat it like religion. There's something there. There's something to it. When they want us to know, we'll know. If we can catch them, then we'll know. And I think they let us catch them every now and then. Just keep it honest. Keep it going.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I guess what makes me not believe it is like whenever you see videos of Bigfoot and stuff, he just looks stupid as hell. Is that all an act? Why is he always walking like he's just stupid?
It's like, fuck you, catch me.
But yeah, like if he never wants to be found, why would there be like video proof of like people showing Bigfoot walking through the forest and he's just...
Well, some of those are
strolling
hoaxes.
along.
Some of those are simply hoaxes.
Well, I don't like the fact that every video you've seen of someone seeing Bigfoot, they never go after it.
Well, and see, you guys
see a 9 foot tall fucking thing?
Okay, wait a second now. But we're calling a Bigfoot what we see in the woods and on land.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen Loch Ness. Well, we haven't seen them, but we've had stories about shit in the ocean that no one can figure out what the fuck they are and how to go find them.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's the water, land. It's the creatures that are, I think, smarter than us. I'll call them aliens.
Okay.
That don't want to be found. How do we know? You can't go 2 miles under the ocean and look for anything. It's almost impossible.
It's so fucking big.
I know, crazy.
It's bigger than we think it is.
I guess I just don't know how or why they got here. I guess I don't know.
You're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
If you figure it out, they're found.
Yeah.
Very true.
They don't want to be
And then
found.
we control them.
And it's easy for me to say that to explain it, but what if how do you know it's not the case? I don't really know. I just know there's a lot of shit that happens that we don't know.
We're not supposed to know. That is fucking weird. That's crazy.
I'm gonna go watch all these seasons and find them.
So they talk about that a lot, like that, or is that just you? Just
that's me, like putting it together.
That's a pretty logical. I mean, it doesn't say. I mean, it's crazy. It definitely sounds crazy, but it's not at the same time.
Anything's crazy that's not physical, you can't prove.
That's the hardest part. But then, yeah, you can just go back to religion.
I will go back to paranormal. Okay, let's just say when you die, you go. Do you know? I don't know. Do you go somewhere?
Nobody.
No one knows. Maybe you turn into Bigfoot.
I always look at it as whether I'm alive or dead. I'm always looking at what's around me. Whether I'm alive or dead, I'm always knowing. Okay, this is happening.
Okay, now I'm
as whatever I am. Whether
you're a
I'm
little closer to the mic too.
Whatever I am.
But
as a person or whatever. You think before you were born you didn't like look at anything and know anything as something else? I don't know. I think you were always here somewhere as something.
Like in a different life form?
Well, I don't know how it works. I'm just saying that I think as your perspective as a human or whatever you are, you're always looking at something.
maybe until we're dead is when we'll finally understand that non-physical part you're talking about.
I mean, when you're dead, do you look back at, hey, this is what I did when I was alive? I don't know.
Probably not.
Or do you become something else and just start looking at it differently?
I wonder how heaven was fucking made then. Or like, the idea
brought into existence.
Yeah.
Because it's a place you've never been to, and you can just call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Somewhere not here. Heaven's not heaven. Heaven's just somewhere not here. It's like hell.
Yeah.
We label it good and bad, but I don't know. Maybe it's the same place.
Why do we label it up and down? Like, why is heaven up?
Because we don't know.
Because positive up.
Since we can't prove either one, we just, hey, I know you go somewhere. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's got to be good. Oh, you fucked up. You got to go down. Oh, no, you had a great life. You're going to go. I don't know that.
I think that's just like a moral thing, trying to get people to do the right thing, so they kind of just.
Yeah, it works out real well.
No, it doesn't. I'm actually honestly intrigued right now. Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you guys, when you talk Bigfoot, like I said, you're talking about an animal. I don't know that. I think it's not an animal. That's the big thing that everybody. Oh, there's footprints and there's.
Yeah, I think if it is an animal that's just inhabiting the earth, we would have fucking found it.
If it was an animal, we would have found it.
Dead
Absolutely.
bodies. Because then, if they're still around for so long, that means they're breeding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no way.
So everybody that's ever reported seeing something other than a bear is not real. Everyone. And for 150 years has been a lot of sightings. Mistaken identity, hoaxes, sure.
People fucked up and this.
But it still keeps happening all the time.
Yeah, I guess. Why would people lie about it for so long? What's the point? Just
And that's
keep
why
people
I bring
guessing?
up like paranormal. I mean, people see a lot of shit they can't explain. So you just say they're crazy, or they didn't see it, or
There's definitely a
they
fair share.
mistaken what they saw. They didn't see what they saw. I don't know. I'm not.
There's a fair share of genuine people that experience that stuff. That
You know
actually
for
tell the
sure
truth.
there's voices that are out there that you catch. You caught them. Where'd they come from?
Don't know.
Is that just... What is it? Explain it. Science can't explain it, but then it doesn't exist because they can't explain it.
Scientology is just bullshit.
Well, yeah, that Tom Cruise bullshit. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying Scientology in general. Because it has to be proven to be real.
Science is, like I said, an experiment you can prove. Facts are...
You can't prove everything.
Right, but doesn't mean that they don't exist.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm not going to ever be able to change anybody's mind on that, but I'm just open to the fact that I don't know. I'm not going to believe everything I read and you tell me. That's all we know.
Yeah.
There's
No
a lot of
one's.
shit out there we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be.
That would be just boring if.
If we knew everything.
It honestly wouldn't make sense.
Why the fuck does the sun heat up every fucking day? What causes it? Well, you're going to get some scientists to say, well, it was the star that's burning out.
Gas is-
What the fuck caused the star to start on fire in the first place?
Where did gas come from? Where did. Yeah.
How did this star just develop and it's going to last for so long? What did it start out of?
So do you think the universe is infinite?
I don't know. I mean, they're going to have like,
Beginning-
well, this cosmic shit happened and it started to build up. Okay, they don't know. They don't know. They're just trying to give you an explanation.
I think thinking about shit in infinite is what fucks me up the most.
Okay, here's my thing. I don't believe anything, but what the fuck is space? Does space go on forever and ever and ever? Where does it end? Okay, here's a solar system. It's in space, right? Where does space? Is there space where it fucking drops off and there's more space, or
Flat Earth is flat space.
Nothing is something.
is space just forever and ever and ever?
Nothing is. If it's a wall you run into, that's still what's on the other side of the wall. It just
See,
keeps
that's
going.
going to be what you're trying to get to. What I'm trying to get to is you think of space. Well, everything ends. Everything has a right. It has that don't have an end that we know of.
Well,
We've
technically-
never gotten to space and just fucking drove and never stopped. We can't do that. It would take... But we don't know where it stops or if it ever stops.
Do we have something that's still going? Do we have like a satellite that's just fucking?
The farthest we got is to Mars that I know of.
That's fucking.
Well, I
That's-
think you could, because I think you get to a certain point and it would be gone.
Well, and Mars took like
Communications.
10 fucking years to get to, too. It's
Yeah.
not...
That's so weird. 10 years just to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Holy fucking A.
So you have to open your mind to what the fuck we're talking about.
Well, I hope our.
If you believe it's just an animal, I would agree with you. It doesn't exist.
Well, can you actually restart the camera?
Yeah.
It's at 15 seconds.
Yeah, you're trying.
I just. No, yeah. I want to believe in Bigfoot,
No, you don't have to believe in the animal.
I believe the alien thing for sure. I think aliens are definitely smarter than us.
I think that's why that shit all ties into each other. The paranormal, the aliens, creatures can't get,
Because we just
can't
don't understand
find,
them.
elusive.
We just don't get it.
Either they don't exist, or there's something to it that we just don't know.
I don't think all this shit was just made up from some creative person. I think it had to have happened or been seen.
Well, you can always go with, hey, I tell a story, by the time it gets to the 10th guy, it just keeps growing.
It seems real.
Right.
But it happens today. I don't know. I believe it. I believe in shit that's higher than us. And if you don't, you're kind of stupid. If you don't fucking think there's people better than us. Or not even people, just
There's
things.
small-scale people called midgets.
Okay, here we go. This is another thing.
They do exist.
Why?
But why are they on a smaller scale? What happened?
That's genetics and stuff.
Well, of course, you can prove that.
I think that's when...
But they're small-scale people.
I think that's when people in the past were fucking and they weren't supposed to be fucking, kind of thing. Like family members fucking and just completely...
See, the whole midget thing is something that it can be proven, but it's just so fascinating.
What's so fascinating?
I don't know.
So what's the lifelong question that you've been wanting to ask about midgets?
About the ability for them to be foot swept?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get into that.
Go ahead.
You cannot foot sweep a midget. It's impossible.
Why?
So this is just more entertainment than factual or spiritual.
Completely separate from Bigfoot.
But those arms will come down quicker, as quick as the legs will go up.
So like
people do not realize that. That's why they were built the way they were built.
So kind of like a cat when you throw it.
Would you love to not ever fall down? Okay. Fucking midget can barely ever fall down. It's like putting a cat on his back. You can't. It's almost impossible to do it.
Oh my god.
The center of gravity is so close to the ground. The fuckers are amazing. They can levitate almost.
You've seen midgets fall down before.
Yeah, but it's hard to knock a midget down.
You gotta try one of these days.
I'm not no disrespect to midgets. It's pretty awesome.
You could go upstairs or over there.
I don't know.
If he's pooping again, that's the third time he's pooping.
Can you leave a podcast?
You're not supposed to.
I'm old and I don't know how these work, but I wouldn't think you'd leave a podcast to go take a shit.
I think you did. Well, I was gonna start the fucking trivia. Do you know anything about Area 51?
Oh my god.
Do you?
Area 51 is a movie set.
For the moon landing.
I think so.
You don't believe in the moon landing?
I don't. I would love to believe in the moon landing. I would love to believe that we were that far advanced when we weren't.
So it's just we were trying to beat Russia to the moon?
And somehow miraculously we did. They were ahead of us, then we fucking jump shotted them and landed on the moon, and guess what? No one else did since. Kind of amazing.
How many times have we been to the moon? A lot?
Apparently twice.
That's
or,
it?
You know what? I don't know.
Why don't we go more often? Because there's not really much there.
Well, they're going to tell you there's no reason to go, but why did we go in the 60s was to be the first to go there, of course, but I guess you could say there's no value in going there.
So you think it's pretty much, it's just they're keeping it super
I'm
secret.
not saying it didn't happen, but a lot of the things I read point to the fact that it did not happen. But
like what?
I'd have to say it
Footage?
probably did happen because I think Russia and China would be over our asses about this being fake, and they haven't. So it's either the best hoax ever, or it did actually happen.
Yeah, that's true.
See, these facts are a bitch we're talking about. We're trying to prove Bigfoot with facts. Well, if you look at facts for the moon landing, we didn't go there. The suits wouldn't hold up. The equipment we had wasn't going to work.
But it just did.
I mean, we had 2 or 3 rockets where people died that couldn't even get off the ground to go to the moon.
Well, why do you think they're keeping Area 51 so secret? For weapons and shit?
They have to keep it secret. Because it keeps you And no, the secrecy is not because of something they're hiding.
Did you poop again? Jesus Christ.
Held it in. Area 51 is secrecy to keep you guessing. That's all it is.
Ooh, Area 51. Hell yeah.
Was there a crashed alien ship there? I don't know. If there was, they're just gonna act like there was and there wasn't, so that'll keep you guessing.
Get you a little closer to the mic.
Keep you guessing.
And stay there. Don't just say one thing and then move back.
My first podcast.
It's my first one.
No, I mean...
My first divorce last year, too.
Oh, my God. Why am I not surprised he brought up his divorce?
So drinking.
Do you want to tell us about your bar experience the other night?
No.
No.
I didn't think you wanted to. You had a good time, that's all I'll say.
I remember everything past 10 o'clock.
Oh my God. Should I? Oh, but
he didn't get the whole midget discussion.
there's not really much to. Go ahead. Just
What we were saying, those little fuckers cannot go down. If they're like a cat.
Okay.
What do you do with a cat? You put it like 2 inches from the ground, drop it on its back, it still flips around.
Mm-hmm.
Try to knock their legs out. The arms go down.
I see what you're saying. So you're standing face to face. Okay, you kick them from the front, they're going to land on their arms. You kick them from the back, what are they going to do? They're going to land on their back.
No, those fuckers
they're
won't.
gonna backflip kind of shit.
They're going to flip around real quick.
That's why they were made at quarter scale.
For that specific reason.
Absolutely. You guys laugh.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. I believe all the Bigfoot shit.
Why else genetically take the scale down the quarter?
It wasn't on purpose.
For an advantage.
One
They're at a
advantage.
disadvantage.
Genetically, why go to 7 or 8 foot? For basketball.
For basketball.
So you think they can
Fuck
control?
yes, absolutely.
No.
We're going to start cloning people to what we want them to do.
I believe that in the future, but I don't think it's been happening.
Well, I think nature showed us what can happen with the quarter scale and what happens with the 150% scale. That there's some advantages and there's some advantages.
And their only advantage is that they can't land on their back or something.
Motherfuckers are like cats. You can't knock them down.
Have you tried this person?
I really want to, but it seems like it would be impolite.
Seems like it would
Yeah,
be-
probably.
Hey, buddy, I want to knock you the fuck over to see if you land on your back. Okay, go ahead. I don't think they're going to say that.
Not this again.
Another one of you? Fuck you and your yellow brick road. They're strong little bastards, too. Okay, quarter scale is 1/4% of 100% of strength on top of that. So,
Okay.
okay, hear me out. You're normal size, you're normal strength. Well, you guys are just maybe below normal strength.
Oh
Wow,
my
okay.
God.
But those fuckers' quarter strength
We got both.
is like what your 125 is.
How? What?
Because they scaled them down. They compacted those fuckers
But they're
strong.
smaller. Smaller muscles means.
Do you ever see a porn where they don't even have to bend their legs to get doggy style? That is fucking crazy.
You watch midget porn?
I did one.
You did one?
He didn't have to bend his knees.
Well, he
He was banging a full-size chick. Didn't bend his knees.
I thought
It was
you
the
were
most
banging the
fucked
bitch.
up thing I've ever
Oh,
seen.
as he's standing.
But I'm thinking about it. I could fully stand up and not have to bend my knees. So it would be comfortable.
would be comfortable.
Then the little arms, just right on the ass. So you don't have to bend your knees. You don't have to reach out and hold your fucking heavy
Tell me
arms.
this,
They're just going like this.
Tell me
Got
this.
the ass.
What are you reaching for? That you got to be all the way out here.
Well, you might want the titties.
Yeah, I was going to say. Does he have a normal size
So
dick?
you know midgets are ass men.
Is it a quarter size dick?
Oh no, they're fucking hung.
Really?
So what
Maybe that's why they can't follow.
I told you that their quarter scale is your 125, so their dicks are 125.
Why?
That's a quarter above what you are. You're 100%, they're a quarter above that.
But just smaller.
No. Well, at that scale, you gotta
Do
put
you
it.
know what the fuck he's saying?
You gotta put it. People out there will understand it.
God damn it. Alright.
So you're 100%, they're 25% above that at quarter scale.
Okay, I kind of see what
You guys will get this when you're not whatever you are right now with your banging monster.
that was last
Those
night.
are last night.
We're
I had
sober.
water this time.
You're the one drinking beer over there.
So you're not making any sense.
I'm the only one who went to gym today.
I know we should really go.
Listen, we still got both arms, so.
You tore your bicep.
Quarter scale.
Yeah, and it's weaker.
Yeah, you're right.
See, you bumped your whole thing.
All right. Let's do some trivia. That was a good discussion we had.
All right.
Did I convince you that at least there's a possibility?
No, yeah, definitely.
Okay, I never ruled out the fact that there was never a possibility.
I think the possibility goes, like I said, you're looking for an animal.
I think the physical thing you brought
Yeah,
up
because
was really good.
And I don't think you're ever going to find the animal.
Well, because like every physical fact that's out there is animal related. It's
Well,
not-
because that's how you prove it physically.
I don't think you're wrong.
That's what I'm saying. That's why everybody thinks it's an animal, because that's the only physical proof that they've ever seen.
And I would be crazy for saying it's not physical.
Well, crazier.
I'll wait till I get the mic. But Cody, I don't know if you're here when we were talking about if it was an animal, it would have been caught by now, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, and I knew that argument would come up.
What if it was?
Because that's the go-to thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it is. I never did.
That's it. Honestly, I was surprised.
Because everybody's thought process is, like I said, they're looking for, like the Loch Ness Monster. It's got to be a sea
The
monster.
first thing is, well, why hasn't it been caught yet? Why hasn't it?
Because it don't want to be caught.
Because it's an alien. All right, Bigfoot's an alien.
Because it's an alien.
Well,
No.
you guys say alien.
Alien is in
I
a
say
vague
it's
term.
non-human.
I just
Alien
mean-
is in a vague term. just
Or it's
general.
not even necessarily non-human. It could just be smarter than we are.
What if it's a shapeshifter? That's why we can't find it.
You guys are just getting crazy now.
Oh, we're too crazy with this.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. So my trivia, I did the moon landing. So question 1. How many days did the astronauts have to spend in quarantine after the Apollo 11 mission to ensure they did not bring back any spaceborne diseases? 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, or 28 days?
I'm going to say
Spaceborne.
21 days.
To spin and
It's an equal 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I don't know which one.
Well, it's week, 2 weeks,
it's 1,
3
3,
weeks, or 4 weeks.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 4 weeks because like a month. Like I feel like I'm gonna go 28 days.
21 is correct.
Fuck.
They did it
Fuck
for
yeah, it was.
Apollo 11, 12, and 13 and stop, or 11, 12, and 14 or something like that.
I didn't know
Stopped
the answer,
after
but it's
that.
just common sense.
Yeah, okay. Spaceborne disease.
They stopped when they realized that space was so barren that there's no way they could bring back a
Nothing
disease
in
from
there.
space.
Yeah, okay. All right. I did about aliens. So out of these planets, which one is not to believe to be a planet that aliens inhabit? A, Mars, B, Saturn's moon, C, Venus, or D, Jupiter's moons?
That's a bullshit question.
People believe that 3 of these are inhabited by aliens.
What people?
Just people. Didn't you say we've only...
None of those fucking planets have anything on them.
How do you know?
That goes back to, because we haven't seen them?
Oh my god.
Because you make my brain hurt.
Our solar system, the Earth, is the only planet so far.
Okay.
I'm saying
He's over.
none of the above.
Oh my god. Just pick one.
Fuck your ABCD. That's all wrong.
Pick one.
If I had to pick one,
It says not to be believed, not...
Venus would have to be the only one. It's too fucking hot.
Okay?
Jupiter's moon, just because I have no fucking clue.
He's right.
Fuck.
It's all common sense, dogs.
Yeah, okay.
All right, now that his...
Alright, let's go to Kenneth's questions.
These are easy. I left them very easy for you guys.
Okay.
Nike oversized.
Read it.
Oh, what defense mechanism do Bigfoots use to scare away humans?
Read it.
A, fart loud. B, scream loudly. C, throw rocks. D, run at you.
Well, they don't run at you. They don't fart loud. I've heard... I think throw rocks I've heard before on a show.
What do you think, Cody?
Also, it's a video where like a Bigfoot threw a fucking full-size tree.
It's rocks. They throw shit at you. They're
So
like,
you
get the
pick rocks?
fuck out of my area, or I'm not going to just throw this rock, I'm going to come at you.
didn't even answer
I didn't even answer the question.
You just said the big rock.
Okay, I threw rocks.
All right, you got it right.
Alright. What item did they leave on the moon after the first landing? Is it water, a mirror, a rover, or data?
It was the rover. They can't get it off. It was not made to ever leave.
I feel like,
and that's the whole thing with the fake part of the moon landing.
Wait, hold on.
I'm going to get into the conspiracy part. That should fucking be there right now.
First,
it never left.
First landing. Wasn't the rover left on the second landing?
They were left every time they go. They're never
sure?
made. Yeah.
I feel like this is a trick question. Because
I think it's the rover.
I'm gonna go with water.
You're both wrong. It's a mirror.
What
so that they can shoot lasers to the moon.
I'm gonna look this shit up. There is the rover's still there.
I'm not denying that, but that's.
We're supposed to be still there.
I thought they didn't leave it.
Why did they leave a mirror?
I'm trying to find that.
You said shoot lasers back to it? Or?
Yeah,
that makes sense, I guess.
Thing where they shoot a laser beam.
I know they left equipment. Maybe I'm wrong about the rover, but they left anything that they brought down there to navigate, they left.
Well, didn't they brought back a space
Apollo 11, 14, and 15 missions left an array of mirrors on the moon which scientists can bounce lasers off of in order to accurately measure the distance between the moon and the Earth. So it's a measurement.
Okay, I can believe that.
It's kind of cool.
The moon is slowly spiraling away from the Earth at a rate of 3.8 centimeters per year.
Centimeter ain't big as a fucking shot glass. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
Global warming.
The
moon's fucking leaving. I said, fuck this shit. You guys are fucking up. I'm out of here.
You guys are fucked. I'm leaving.
Alright. Yeah. The first UFO sighting believed to be reported all the way back to 1450 BC. What was the civilization that believed to have seen this UFO? A. Egyptians, B. Mayans, C. Aztecs, or D. Spartans?
Shit.
This is what you need to know your fucking...
I think the Aztecs are older. I'm gonna...
Wait, what did we just...
Fucking Mayans.
We said Incas.
Ah, fuck Incas, dick.
God damn it. I'm gonna say...
What, 14 something now?
I'm gonna say Mayans.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mayans.
Alright, it's Egyptians.
God damn it.
Shit.
Old bastards.
You can
Old
do it as much as
bastards.
They're all fucking old.
Old bastards.
That's a trick fucking question.
I think the Spartan one wasn't right.
No, if you would have known when each one was, I feel like you would have. You know, if you knew the Egyptians or the 1400s, you would.
I thought the Mayans and Aztecs were older than that.
They probably are, but they weren't the first people to see a UFO.
I think I'm gonna have to piss.
All right, go ahead.
Go piss.
Old man has to pee.
Damn it. Nike oversized.
Bigfoot clothing.
Nike oversized. I think mine's dead.
That thing's been acting up, dude.
Dead as shit. What's dead right now?
Well, it's dead, but doing the weird thing where it keeps going and.
I'm gonna email Mr. Dan. Like, yo, you sold me some jank ass shit.
Did you take it? Trigger that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I was about to say I kind of want to go to the gym, but not if I'm taking shots. Yeah,
I'm
I
not
can't do
going to
it.
the gym.
I'm taking a nap before the other night of getting fucked up. I can't wait, dude. Do you have What Do You Mean? I
think Ellie does.
I still owe you a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played, Farming Simulator twice? I don't play video games. I play Rocket League once or twice a week. That's it. And it's for like 2 hours.
You can buy
What do you want?
Monopoly.
I'll
A
actually...
different version.
I will actually...
Not the basic ass Monopoly.
No. Have you ever played the Monopoly with the digital bank? Jesus Lord.
Christ.
No, but I saw that one. There's a Rick and Morty one. I want
Chris has that
so
one.
bad.
It's you have credit cards, and every time you make a purchase, you just swipe it, and it keeps track.
Fucker.
Oh, can you tell the story about the BB in your arm? I keep seeing it.
I was shot.
By who?
Shot.
By myself.
They hit a tire, right?
I don't know. It was a bullshit story, so...
Yeah, you lied to your mom for a while.
So would you want your BB gun taken away? No, me neither, so I lied.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
I said it ricocheted and hit me.
There's just
Well,
a
you
BB.
shot yourself.
Oh, no, I didn't. That's a lie. I said I cut it on a fence.
But
And
there's
then
a
you
ball.
couldn't see it, but
There's
like
just
a
a
couple
ball
years
in the-
later, like...
He literally just has a metal BB.
But I was like, as a kid, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Because you lied so
I
long.
thought it was a tumor.
If you lied so long, you believed it yourself.
Yeah, it didn't show for like 2 years later, so I thought it was a tumor.
And now it's so deep you can't get it out.
No, it's growing the muscle.
I mean, I guess you...
Oh my god. That's the thumbnail.
I don't discriminate on young age, just old.
All right. Number 2. Read it out.
Where am I at?
Number 2.
What is a Bigfoot called in Asia? Nike oversized. Yeti. Hairy man. Grande foot.
Grande is Spanish.
It's Bigfoot.
I'm gonna go Yeti.
I'm gonna go Yeti.
Yeah, I made that really easy.
Keep in mind, he did this all without Google, so I mean...
Yeah.
I didn't use Google when I
Not
did
all
that.
off the dome.
Not bad.
None of my thoughts are Google generated.
The fact that off the top of your head, you know the average height of a full-grown fish.
That's the next
Oh, it's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
It's really simple.
That's gonna be the hardest one.
It's common sense.
It's gonna. He's gotten a lot right. Well, he's gotten 2 wrong. All right, go ahead. Number 3.
I don't agree with some of your answers. There's no right and wrong on my answers.
Just go.
What item did Neil Armstrong take with him on the Apollo 11 mission? A camera, a piece of wood, a can of food, or a cross?
Apollo 11. So
think-
how many times have they been to the fucking moon? Twice? Was Apollo
Well, they
11?
did
No, Apollo
11,
missions
13,
could
and
just be a rotation around the Earth. Doesn't have to land on the moon.
Oh, so this isn't even...
It could just be them going
Well,
around.
Apollo 11 was when they landed on the moon.
Was it?
I say a cross.
I'm gonna say a can of food.
You're both wrong. It's a piece of wood.
Why the fuck was it a wood?
Because 66 years before the moon landing thing, the Wright brothers invented the very first airplane, and so Neil Armstrong took up a piece of wood and a piece of fabric from the original plane because he thought it was really cool and it was a perfect tie-in to them going to space.
That's kind of cool. You haven't taken the one from last time.
Shit.
Yeah, you get fucked on this podcast.
Especially if you get all the questions wrong.
He was doing good at the beginning. All right. Last question from me. According to many surveys and reports, an average of how many UFO sightings is reported every year worldwide? A, 25,000, B, 70,000, C, 150,000, or D, half a million.
Half a million.
Half a million.
Half a million.
500,000.
I think it's a 500,000, but I'm gonna go with 150.
You guys both pick that? It's 70,000.
Fuck, I'm a
Motherfucker.
bitch ass.
That's unverified reports.
It was... All right.
That's the one they choose to put down.
4-2.
Reports.
All right, go ahead.
What is the average height of a full-grown Bigfoot?
Hold on. Full grown. So are there baby Bigfoot?
Yeah, fuck yeah, there are.
Really?
Baby
Yes.
Bigfoots.
Can you have babies?
We don't know Bigfoot's a creature that... I don't know. Okay.
Bigfoot's a non-human entity.
Right. Okay.
Well, they've been spotted in various lengths. So this is what we say is a full blown that we know.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I got
That's
you.
been reported.
Gotcha.
Okay.
6'6", 8'6", 4'2", 12'6".
8.6.
8 foot.
8
Yeah,
foot.
that's right.
12'6".
Have we gotten all of them right?
Yeah.
Bigfoots are NBA eligible.
Well, I could have gotten the first one wrong, but I didn't get to answer the question before he answered.
What were you going to say? Run at you?
I almost said scream.
I
louder.
wanted you guys to answer them all correctly to make you feel good about Bigfoot.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks.
All right. That was fun. Normally do a charity. Do you have any charities on the top of your head that you know of?
I don't think we covered midgets enough.
We talked about midgets
Jesus
enough.
Christ.
How about charities for midgets? Wow. Little People of America. Okay, it's LPA.
Why is their voice quarter scale?
Okay, because their vocal cords are smaller.
That's common sense, dog. Come
Vocal
on.
cords smaller, yeah. That's why people with deep voices have longer, bigger vocal cords.
Okay.
Yeah. Good try, though.
That's a good try.
All right, so what is LPA? Little People of America Incorporated is a national nonprofit organization that provides support and information to people of short stature and their families. Short stature is generally caused by one of more than 200 medical conditions known as dwarfism. LPA welcomes all. So it has more than 6,000 members across the U.S. So they're just helping little people. I guess, not just little people, it looks like mentally challenged little people.
Oh, okay.
So
It's a double fucking whammy.
They're already at a disadvantage, and then
Double
they're even
fucking
more.
whammy.
Yeah, at least they can land on their feet whenever. So.
It's hard enough for me to be retarded average size.
Yeah. He said the R word. Fucking dude, Misfit says the R word all the time.
Yeah, but they're Australian.
They're foreigners.
They say
You can't say retarded?
It's a word.
In 2019.
I grew up where you could say retarded.
See, this is the problem.
See, so I was talking with.
I'm not politically correct and fuck all you.
I was talking with Dave a while ago about this and other words now that are offensive, whatever. You guys grew up, and I mean, kind of, we did too, a little bit, that the word retarded was never supposed to be like a demeaning thing.
Okay, I want to put one example in of what's just happened that I read. You can't say gentleman anymore. It's gentle person.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's like the thing of they're changing it from
Because gentleman implies a man.
New people or some shit like that.
And here's the thing. I want to put this out there. Everybody doesn't want to believe in Bigfoot. It's fucked up. But everybody wants to believe a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man.
Wait a minute.
Fuck no, they can't. They can't. You can chop your dick off. You're a man without a dick. You can have a pussy and put a dick on it. You're a woman with a penis. It doesn't change.
Hold on.
Biology, bitches.
Hold on.
Fuck all you idiots.
Hold on.
You want to act like a woman? Act like a man, that's fine. You can't put a penis in your vagina and say you got a dick and you're a man.
Hold on.
Okay? You can't chop your dick off and put a hole in there and say you're a woman. You're a woman with a dick or a man with a penis. No. It doesn't change your biology, you fucking idiots. Hear me clearly. Be whatever you want to be. Be a man that wants to be a woman. A woman that wants to be a man. I don't give a fuck. But don't say you're a woman when you're a man, or a man when you're a woman. You're not. XXYY. No. XY. Bitch.
Hold on. Back to the gentleman thing. I don't call a woman a gentleman. I would say gentlewoman.
No, what they're getting at is like when you're just addressing a whole mass of people and you say, gentlemen, we're here
But you
gathered.
say ladies and gentlemen. You don't just say gentlemen.
Sometimes you do, but they want to get rid of... Right now, they want to get rid of gentlemen.
That's fucking...
They don't want men in there.
That's so dumb. That makes
gentle
sense.
person.
Well, that...
Gentle bitch.
They don't want to say mankind because that implies there's no women.
What, just people kind?
Motherfuckers, when we invented mankind, it was everybody. Mankind.
So what, male men aren't going to be able to be called male men anymore?
We protect you,
male
bitches.
people.
It'll always be men-dominant women, not
packaged people.
No one's going to like
say
that.
male because it's got the word as packaged people.
Oh my god. I think this is what I think.
I think this too. If you want to survey the majority of women, they want a man to protect them. Now there's some that don't.
Okay.
And that's power, no more power to them.
Well, it's fucking just anatomy. We are just naturally bigger. Stronger.
God made men protective of women.
Yeah, we were hunters back then.
And they made women cuddle.
It made women to cuddle up to them.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Cuddle the fuck out of me right now. Where are you at?
Let me just fucking say what I want to say.
Where are you at?
I think that certain words and stuff are offensive now because back then those words were said still. They're still said the same amount as back then. But the internet gave those people access to be pissed about it. And now we hear about it a lot more. People were still getting equally as offended back then, but now that
there's a platform,
you can talk to anybody in the world.
You know why? Because no one 50 years ago thought a man without a dick was a woman. or with a dick was a man.
Okay.
They didn't think that.
We gotta get fast.
They proved, hey, you can staple a dick on my pussy, I'm still a woman. You can chop my dick off, and I'm still not a woman. I'm a guy without a dick. That's it. It's so fucking easy, people. It's not any clearer than that right there.
I just don't want you guys to think my dad's nuts.
I'm not nuts. It's common sense.
He's very opinionated.
I could chop my dick off, and I'm not a woman.
I agree with that.
I could staple my dick to a woman, and she's not a man.
Identify.
It's not going to work that way. Sorry.
You want to be.
Don't believe in Bigfoot, but believe in a dick on a woman as a man, and a man with a dick. Oh, wait. A man with a vagina is a woman. No, motherfuckers. You might as well believe in Bigfoot before you believe in that bullshit.
On that note, we're going to end it. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a good time, for sure. Hope you had fun. And I hope you changed the minds of a lot of people.
Bye.
Bye. See you later, everybody.
All right, see you guys.